Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining today's webinar. These are very unfortunate times, but as we all know that we are all fighting very strong in this COVID-19 situation over here. We would like to thank all the attendees today for participating in this webinar. And let's start. So we are the Computer Solution East company, and we are going to talk about Microsoft 365 Business Voice and how it's going to help you guys to sail through your uh, business through this unfortunate times. So we are more than a decade-old company. We are a premium service provider in Microsoft Gold partner and then Cisco partner. We are also renowned with Ingram Micro SMB 500 companies. We are also awarded by CRN, and Microsoft also awarded us as a finalist back in the times. So today, in today's webinar, we have a presenter Ramon over here, but for some reason he is not able to attend today. So Manoj is going to take his place. So he is a Microsoft Teams sales specialist, and he also knows in and out of everything regarding business voice. For technical stuff, we have Gildan. So let's start, guys. So Manoj, over to you.
Thank you, Atul. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon. It's such a pleasure to be doing this webinar today. I hope everyone are keeping safe and working from home. Today's webinar is primarily designed to discuss the Microsoft 365 Business Voice. The topics today include how the COVID-19 virus is changing the way we work. We will also discuss how the future of the workplace looks like. The Microsoft 365 business solution that is going to enhance and work successfully for people uh, during these tough times and in the future, where work from home is slowly becoming a common thing across the globe. Well, the impact of the coronavirus today is being felt by all businesses across the globe. The COVID-19 has forced many of us to change the way we work. There has been a huge shift towards remote working. Just getting out of the house is such a risky thing today, and what Microsoft Teams does is bring the work to your home. Um, well, a few important points here. 72% of the employees today, since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, are working from home. And Microsoft Teams has been one solution which stands out in terms of the security levels. Uh, Microsoft Teams is available in 195 countries. So if you want to work this out within the US or outside as well, this is always possible with the Microsoft Teams. Well, as COVID-19 spreads, companies, are developing contingency plans to address the outbreak. Limited travel, allowing employees to work from home, not just the Fortune 500 companies. In fact, the smaller organizations, the SMB businesses are also urging people to work from home. The cloud and the software as a service application have already changed everything, including how and where people work. The cloud has in fact enabled the delivery of virtually any software application instantly. So what happens with Microsoft Teams? I'm working in my office. I have Microsoft Teams on my desktop. I'm working in my home. I have Microsoft Teams on my work PC. Uh, my PC is down. I have my smartphone, which runs Microsoft Teams. I can use it there. I can join calls. I can join meetings. I can join video conferences over over the solutions over the Microsoft Teams across multiple devices. Well, to speak more of the Microsoft Teams, uh, well, working from home is one of the solutions. Yes, but having said that, do you have the visibility to your employees? Well, Office 365 and Microsoft Teams does help you to keep track of your employees' productivity, even when they're working from home. Uh, the Power BI is an inbuilt tool which gives you the options, which gives you various reports that can help you to keep track of your employees' productivity, including the amount of calls your employees are making, the amount of time they're working, the productivity hours they are giving. Everything is inbuilt within the Power BI, and your reports can be can be published every day, every week, or on a monthly basis as well. Well, as we speak here, Atul wants to add a couple of points, so I pass on the mic to Atul.
Yeah, thank you, Manoj, for passing the mic. I just wanted to put an additional note over here that nowadays it is more for us to be more secure since because of the COVID-19, pretty much everyone when they're sustaining, they're working from home. But working from home does not imply that all of your employees or in the company or even your own data are very secure. So how do you track or how do you ensure that your employee or the team members who are working from home are highly secured? They're not stealing the data, your confidential information is on your own, specifically in legal industries or other confidential industry, right? uh, One second, I think I lost. Okay, one second, give me a second, guys. We lost the feed. So
We brought it back.
we were talking about uh, the Power BI reports. So when it comes to security and the login abilities, we can always track our employees' call records over there if you would like to. Also, what time they are calling, how many calls they are making, or how many calls they are receiving. Not only that, all of their files and documents are highly secure in terms of Power BI and SharePoint reports. We can move to next slide, please. Manoj. Yeah, Manoj. Now you can start with business calling, what it was in the old days and how it's being reinvented specifically in this time of corona.
Sure, Atul. Thank you. So, well, talking about business calling, there has certainly been a shift. Gone are the days where one used to use a desk phone. Today, there is a clear need for a cloud solution. Uh, Traditional phone system, they don't work anymore. Everyone needs different phone system, different type of solution, mobility features, scalability is very important today. With the cloud-based Microsoft Teams, your system will work as one, meaning it's not just the Microsoft Teams. You talk about the Microsoft family, the Office 365, the SharePoint, the OneDrive, everything is synced, everything is collaborated, which makes Microsoft Teams a one-stop solution. Not just that, one very beautiful thing about Microsoft Teams is, uh, so if I make a call to my client, from the comforts of my home, my business phone number is going to show up when the customer sees the call. So that's a beautiful thing. If I'm making call from my smartphone or from my office or from my home. It's just the business phone number that is taking up. Well, while I'm speaking all this, one would think that this would not be a cost-effective solution, but it's exactly opposite to that. Typically, the cost for PBX system is somewhere between 500 to $1,000 per user, but with the Microsoft Teams Cloud, it's a one-time investment, and it proves to be much more cost-effective than than the traditional PBX system, which stay on-prem. Well, moving on. Yes, cloud solutions is the way to go. You would require a solution that is off-premise, that can be utilized from anywhere across the globe. It has to work on multiple systems. Well, there are various solutions. There is Zoom. So why not Zoom, and why Microsoft 365 Business? This is a major question. Well, there are multiple reasons for this, but I would like to emphasis on the security. You talk about Microsoft 365 Business. Microsoft 365 Business encrypts data, whether it's in transit or the data that's in rest, the data that is stored in Microsoft servers. Everything is safely secured and encrypted. The data in Microsoft 365 Business resides in the US. While you talk about the Zoom, the data resides in China. And recently, since the COVID-19, both these applications have found more users. But with Zoom, there has been consistent reports of security and privacy at risk. Well, so what is required for Microsoft Teams to work? We know it's a cloud solution. We know it's a solution that can work across multiple platforms. We know it stands high in terms of security. So what is required? Microsoft has made it pretty simple here. What is required is the Microsoft 365 Business Voice. That is the license name, literally, that gives you all the features that is required for calling, for meetings, for video conferencing. So let's look at the various capabilities of Microsoft 365 Business Voice. Well, to start off, it gives you easy and intelligent calling. One can make calls from anywhere, any device. As I said, smartphones, computers, desk phones, Android. You talk about iOS, Mac, Linux. It works. Microsoft has got it covered everywhere. Not just that, if one needs the comfort to be able to make calls on a desk phone, we still have Microsoft desk phones. In fact, there are 70 plus Microsoft certified phones. Yealink is one of the brands. Polycom is the more is a more better brand, one can say. It's a US company as well, which has recently come out with really strong, heavily tested devices. Not just that, Microsoft Teams is a very user-friendly application. One can get onto the calls, meetings with just one click. The artificial intelligence being powered in and consistently being researched and developed is a huge plus point for Microsoft Teams. As we speak about Microsoft Teams, one has to know that Microsoft Teams gives HD calling capabilities, HD video conferencing, enterprise grade calling, intelligent phone system that is delivered directly from Microsoft Cloud. Not just this, The feedbacks from our customers with regarding Microsoft Teams is that Microsoft Teams is very smooth. And one more great thing, see, we have been utilizing Microsoft Teams from a long time, and it hardly goes down. It has never gone down since almost the last 1 year. Microsoft, in fact, guarantees 99.9% uptime with the Microsoft Teams. And this is one of the features of Microsoft Teams, and of course, the solution that goes by this. And if you're already using Office 365, Microsoft Teams is very well maybe part of your solution. It's part of your license already if you're using Office 365. So why not utilize and by the by, what is included in Office 365? It includes cloud solutions, it includes Microsoft Teams, of course, it includes the Office suite and much more. Well, going ahead, a little more detail on security and compliance. Well, Microsoft has a great and growing list of customers who are looking to utilize the Microsoft Teams, the Microsoft solution. So Microsoft has designed this security module wherein spams, viruses, worms, any phishing, everything can be protected within the Microsoft Teams or in the Office 365. Let's face it, if I'm chatting in Microsoft Teams, I will have to share my share a couple of documents with my coworkers or with my customers, and if there is no security for the data I share, then it's a problem. But Microsoft has got securities there as well. The data you share, the files you share, whatever you type in, they reside in US and are secured. Microsoft guarantees best in class security there. Well, just to reiterate, of course, anywhere, any device, not just that, call transfer, call parking, all those features which are part of a PBX are already inbuilt within the Microsoft Teams. One-click meetings, calls, interaction and collaboration with Outlook. All my meetings in Microsoft Teams are available in Outlook. All my Outlook meetings are available in Microsoft Teams. I have to discuss about an email through Microsoft Teams. There is a one-click button. I just have to click on that, and that email opens up with the chat within the Microsoft Teams. Office 365 apps, I can open it within the Microsoft Teams. That's a great thing again. Not just Office 365 apps. Let's say I want to open a Wikipedia. I can do that. I can just open a tab within my chat, and I can open Wikipedia, Google. I can open OneDrive, SharePoint. I can, in fact, even open an Excel document just to collaborate and edit those documents together. And all this has been made very simple to use, and you have a one-stop shop kind of a thing for the administration. Office 365 Admin Center becomes your administrating your go-to administrating platform, whether it's Microsoft Teams or Office 365. So this is the whole lot of features that are available. We will share you the document, and these are all the common PBX features, and there are more as well that Microsoft PBX system offers for you. Well, Microsoft Teams, as I already said, there are multiple devices, not just the desk phones. It is a conferencing solution, Microsoft Teams, isn't it? So if I have to set up a conference room, if I have to have a conference, I can do that as well. There are conference hardware available that will work with Microsoft Teams. There are, and this goes across various prices, starting from the most cost-effective, cost-friendly devices to really high-end devices as well. And there are multiple brands, Planetronix and Polycom. They are now one brand. You got headsets there, you got desk phones, you got conference phones. Uh, as I said, 70 plus devices for various needs. Uh, well, this is just an overview of how the Microsoft Teams looks. As you can see, the application, the device actually runs the application within it. So you got an audio code phone there, a Yearling phone, and you got a console at the bottom, which gives you a very improved meeting experiences, whether you talk about meetings from desktop, from mobile phones, or conference phone, or conference room. Microsoft Teams has got it all covered. Well, Microsoft Teams, as you may already have, as you may have already realized it, it, it does have all the solution, and it does span out to various platforms, to various industries, including the clinics, the medical practitioners, the consultants, the law firms. So how it can help in terms of uh, you know uh, the clinics, especially for patients during maybe a lockdown situation, mobility issues, uh, or living in areas with a shortage of clinics or healthcare facilities. The video conferencing within the Microsoft Teams provides a way for clinics to provide, high quality and affordable consultation. Uh, Using the complete meeting platform in Microsoft Teams combined with the Bookings app, which can run within your Microsoft Teams, providers will be able to schedule and manage and conduct viral tests as well with patients. Uh, Consultants, what is very important with consultants is effective communication, and since effective communication are essential for consultants who need to be always responsive, and Microsoft Teams with the 99.9% of time is always there with you. Well, law firms, recently we have had a few law firms taking up Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is quickly becoming the go-to meeting application for law firms. It's a popular platform that combines the workplace chat meeting, notes, attachment, and it integrates with Microsoft 365 as well. Well, a client of ours who operates in the field of medical science and innovation, in the field of biotechnology, uh, it includes a package of COVID-19 research with sensitive information. So their requirements were to integrate their members in a secure environment, and this was very much inevitable. They had to have this, and this requirement is just very basic for Microsoft Teams. They required call recording, future references, sharing files, and Microsoft Teams, is a tailor-made solution for that. We did an assessment. We ran the implementation in different phases while having the requirement as a priority, and we were able to, give them the best solution with Microsoft Teams. And what has also happened is during the lockdown situation where multiple employees were unable to work, they found Microsoft Teams as just the right tool. And that's the feedback we got from them. Planning and designing services. Uh, that's how we start any Microsoft Teams implementation. We do an assessment, we do an enablement, and then we go ahead and do the necessary implementation for you. Our services provide you with resources who are going to help you in a cost-effective manner. Adoption, usage, change management, understanding teams, training, we will cover it all for you. Not just that, we can also help you in terms of Microsoft Teams devices, the licensing as well. Uh, uh, you require the hardware for it, you require the desk phones, conference phones. We do it all. Monitoring and support, we can also help you uh, to give you to in terms of reporting and monitoring, pulling up the reports for you, the weekly reports, monthly reports, and sending it across to you, also giving you the training in terms of that support, call quality, monitoring, management. We do it all. We also sign a service level agreement with you to ensure the best in class service is being delivered. So what is the cost then? Well, the Microsoft 365 Business Voice, that's the sell.
Sorry to interrupt you, Manoj. I think we just got in back the Ramon guys. Ramon, I think the right person over here to explain more in detail regarding business voice process, the cost, and the main thing because he's gonna take the question answer session soon after that. Uh, Hope Ramon, you back?
Yes,
How's
Atul.
everything over there?
Yep, all good.
All good,
Thanks,
good, good.
Manoj, for covering. Good
Hey,
afternoon,
no,
everyone. This is
no,
Ramon. And this slide, we talk about adding calling for Microsoft Business Voice, which simplifies IT and lowers cost. So this is all about simplifying technology investment. I mean, point solutions are costly and create fragmentation. So integrated solution enables SMBs to have all their collaboration and communication tools in one package. It reduces licensing cost and enables more room for you to monetize with managed services. So the get rid of the screen sharing softwares you've been paying additionally and audio conferencing bridges along with Microsoft 365 Business, you all get the calling capabilities, the phone system, which includes the domestic calling plan. It also includes the audio conferencing bridges and the screen sharing software at the price of just $20 a month. I mean, if you can look into the left hand side of the screen, it's about like the phone system and the calling plans itself is about like $20. Additionally, you will be paying third-party service providers for any additional softwares you might need, including audio conferencing bridges, it could be screen sharing softwares, etc. So the worth of the Microsoft 365 Business is like just $20 a month. And when you compare with the other services, it gives you a lot of to choose from. Atul, can you move to the next slide, please? So why should you adopt to the Microsoft 365 Business Voice? It's not an option anymore. It's a must to survive for now and post COVID-19 as well. See the calculation of what a working employee from home can contribute for less than 1% of the investment of their potential revenue. For example, if a total revenue of a company is over 2 million per year and the contribution from one employee of an average is around like 100K per year, the cost of Microsoft 365 Business Voice is just $240 a year. With just $0.24, you can have an intelligent communication with Microsoft 365 Business Voice, and it's more expensive to be a non-secure system versus a secure system. So by this, Microsoft 365 Voice is the way to go, keeping in mind the remote workforce. So that's about the value and what next. I mean, you can avail a 30-minute free assessment from CSE and Microsoft certified team specialist. All you have to do is just call us back on the number you've seen on the screen or email us so that we can schedule this and do a free assessment and give you a cost estimate about moving your entire environment from the traditional phone system to the cloud phone system. So, and it's time for the question and answer.
Yeah, thank you, Ramon, for the wonderful insights in the end. So now we are good to take the questions from our attendees. Some of the questions that we got, Ramon's, which I can answer as of now, that yes, we're gonna share the slides next week. Also, we're gonna share the recording, which gonna be hosted on YouTube as well for our viewers to review the discussion that we have regarding Microsoft 365 Business Voice. Coming to the next question, we have how do we lock down conversation in Teams or lock down certain parts of Teams? So if I'm understanding correct, lockdown means like we guys are having this webinar, or you guys gonna have your group call, or a call in your over a phone, or even a screen sharing session, basically a call, right? It can be voice call or it can be phone call. So Ramon, please correct me if the voice, when we are doing a PBX call from MS Teams, like business voice, it does give you an ability to record those calls, right? MS Teams
Exactly.
definitely does, but if we talk about business voice, like a normal hardware phone call or from our Teams, either it can be phone app or it can be desktop or it can be a link or poly other latest phones you're getting, right?
Yep, that depends on the permission levels you have given to your employees. Say, for example, I'm the IT admin of the company, and I would say that my employees can record the meetings or the video or audio conferencing from my workstations on the in the office premise. If they enable or disable any of the features such as on using or recording the sessions on their personal devices, could be their uh, mobile device or home computer, then the recording is not an option. So it depends. I mean, you can actually give the permissions whenever you want, like enable and disable from the Office 365 admin console.
Great, great. Let me just quickly check what are the questions we are getting over here. Um, so one of the guys is asking, is data loss prevention included or automatically turned on in the Teams? So basically the DLP prevention feature, which is data loss capabilities. So yes, they are included for chats and channel messages in Teams. And for those who already have Office 365 E5 and 365 Microsoft 365 E5 compliance license, they will get this feature. Enterprise mobility and security, yes, of course, they will get this feature of data loss capabilities. Correct me, Ramon, what are your thoughts on it?
Exactly, Atul. I mean, people who have the Microsoft 365 plans as well as the enterprise level plans would be able to gain the data loss prevention along with it and apply it to the Microsoft Teams as well.
Great. Uh, Next question we have is, how can I use my existing phone number? Yes, very good question. Of course, we expected this question to come in. So I'm having already existing own Verizon phone. So for example, hardware, old school phone, right? I have the phone number. Now, how do I migrate that phone number to Microsoft 365 Business Voice? Ramon?
Sure, definitely assist you. It's a good question, Atul. I mean, we can definitely assist you in porting your existing numbers to Microsoft Business Voice. So there's two ways of looking into it. One, you can use your existing number, and two, you get new numbers from Microsoft and use the phone numbers with the Microsoft Business Voice. So there is an implementation for porting your numbers. We'll have to go back to your service provider. It might take about a week of time so that we get all the information from your existing service provider and then move it to business voice. So if you need in details assessment or maybe a discussion about this, please reach out to us or maybe drop us an email and we can schedule a call and discuss with my team specialist.
Great. Next question we have is, it's in continuation with the existing phone number. How can I bring my own calling plan now? Ramon?
Depends. I mean, Microsoft does provide, I mean, with the business voice, you have about 3,000 minutes of uh, calling included to the US and the Canada country. If you want to enable the international, it's going to cost you like $24 a month to have the domestic and international calling plans. If you're happy to have just the domestic, it's included within the $20 price, which is the business voice.
Yeah, and just to add on top of that, all those business phone systems, so Computer Solution East is premier partner with all those hardware brands like EA-Link and Poly and Microsoft. So yes, we do also provide hardware supporting phones, latest phones, when it comes to Microsoft 365 Business Voice. Now, the last question we have so far is, Microsoft 365 Business Voice is available with which subscriptions? Some of the examples, maybe Ramon over here. Like what subscription do I need to avail this 365? Let's say for example, I'm already using Office 365. What
Okay.
more do I need?
So if you're already on Office 365, I mean, you know that recently Microsoft changed all the names of the Office 365 subscription. It is no longer Office 365. It is called as Microsoft 365 on whatever the plans they were in. For example, Office 365 Business Essentials is being renamed to Microsoft 365 Business Basic. So, for example, a customer having an Office 365 Business Essentials, all he needs to do is just add the business voice to the Office 365 Business Essentials plan and start taking advantage of the business voice and the cloud calling capabilities. If not, say for example, if they're already on Microsoft 365, they might have some capabilities with the enterprise plans, like they would be having the add-ons for the phone system and the audio conferencing, etc. All they have to do is just add in the calling capabilities and start using it. If not, we can actually assess like what exact plan they are, and then we can propose the solution to them.
Great, great. So that was all for today's Q&A session. If anybody from our attendees still have any questions, please do it now. We would be taking the question for a minute or two max, and then we'll say good stuff for today. Okay, so I think I have a question. One second. Does Microsoft Business Voice interoperate with PSTN to call telephone numbers for users who are not members of a team? Yeah, that's a good one. And are there gateways to the PSTN? Remember?
Sorry, can you come back with the question, Atul, please?
Yes, so first thing is, does Microsoft Business Voice interoperates with PSTN, like our PBX phones, right? So interoperability feature with that. Then second thing would be calling the telephone numbers for the users. So we already get the phone numbers. We can bring our own phone number, old one, existing one, or we can get a new phone number. So that's for sure. The only thing is that we need to do an assessment and then integration, and we have to do PSTN tree, call log setup, all those kind of customization thing. Basically, it's a setup thing for integrating the gateway with the PSTN as well. So just a little more detail in this part, Ramon.
Sure. I mean, when you say PSTN, I mean, I would like to say one thing here. I mean, when you're trying to move to the cloud version, which is the business voice, you need to move all users from your organization at once. And also the PSTN, what you mentioned is, I believe it's the audio conferencing as well, which is already available with the business voice. So this PSTN, which is the audio conferencing, is used to have people outside the organization join the meeting or the conference using a dial-in number, a specific dial-in number, so they can join in over the phone. I believe that is the PSTN the customer was referring. If not, just drop us an email and we can assess more and discuss on your questions again.
Yeah, that would be the good strategy. So feel free, guys, to reach out to us. Of course, we're going to send you guys an email about the recording when it's going to be available next week, and then free for to schedule a one-to-one session to assess how this Microsoft 365 Business Voice can help you guys leverage this unfortunate COVID-19 situation, but not just to survive it, but to success by enabling you guys to work from home, your team, and stay home and stay safe, but not losing the productivity. Specifically, when it's come the time when you have an opportunity to grow, not just to hide in the home. So that was the entire motive of this presentation. We really thank everybody to come to join this, and I think that's it for today. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you all for joining the webinar. Thank you, Atul.
Yes, stay home, stay safe.